How you doing, guys? I have my own YouTube channel and I've had it up and running for a little while now. And a friend of mine, Nick, messaged me the other day and said, like, why don't you speak about Milan? It's you know so much about Italian football, and obviously your passion for AC Milan is clearly known to anybody. Why don't you do something about it? As you may not know, guys, I'm involved in a channel, Tottenham Away, and it mainly involves Premiership, and more so Tottenham, which I do follow very passionately. But many of you know out there, and I've never made a secret of it, AC Milan is my Italian passion. The Italian side of me craves and loves AC Milan. And so, as of this moment, I'm going to start doing more of my videos through my own channel, which will be mainly dedicated to AC Milan and Italian football per se. So let's get this started. I'm going to start with that, go straight into the AC Milan 2-0 win versus Juventus. Big match. Never ever is there a time where this match isn't one of the most wanted and highlighted fixtures and desired fixtures, and one of the most prestigious fixtures in Italian football. This was no different. So AC Milan, on the back of defeat at Stamford Bridge, 3-0 to Chelsea. I was present there for. By the way, it was a fantastic day. Result aside, a fantastic day to be part of that. Milan fans, and I spent the whole day with the Italian fans in Milan who came all over the world. Some from Germany I met, and it was great to be part of it. Like I said, result aside, it was a day in London I will never forget. 2 days of it, in fact, that I will never ever forget. So we can move on to the AC Milan Juventus game. And, they came from a win in a Champions League game against Maccabi Haifa, having won 3-1 there. So it was, a game really that Juve would have had to have come to try and get a result, because in the league, as you may know or may not know, they haven't been doing too brilliantly. So they were desperate for points to try and get some sort of momentum going. And it was probably a good time to face AC Milan. AC Milan, who, like I said, came back from a 3-0 drumming of Chelsea. So this game was set up, and and we AC had both fullbacks out for the Chelsea game, and Tato Lozano having to take Matt Mignon's place whilst he's injured. Pioli had to come out with something different, and tactically and also personnel-wise, we brought in Gabbia, who hadn't hardly played all season in the central defence, a makeshift defence, I have to say. Theo Hernandez was back from his injury, and Pobega was brought in the midfield, and also Brahim Diaz was also in a final third. To partner Giroud and Leao. So, 15-20 minutes was I'll say it was a really good game. It looked like it was going to be a tough game. Juve looked revitalised from that win in the Champions League. And they both, went at each other for a bit. And then all of a sudden, Milan started winning their battles. They started winning their duels and slowly start to show their dominance, and they take a lead through a corner. Now, it was a much debated incident just before, which led to the corner, which ultimately would mean Tomori scoring from the corner. There was a foul on Quadrado. I said live there and then, I was watching it with my boys, I said it looked to me it was a foul live. I didn't need to see the replay. It looked like a foul. But the referee chose not to give the foul, to which the team and the fans alike, days later, would go on to say that shouldn't be allowed. It shouldn't have been a corner, it should have been a foul. However, he didn't give it. So it wasn't a direct cause to the goal, but it led to the corner, which ultimately led to a goal. They didn't defend that corner well. Tomori smashes it into the top, into the roof of the net to take, have Milan go 1-0 up. Second half, pretty much the same again. Substitutions from Allegri at half-time, McKennie coming on. I think it was for Cuadrado, and they made another substitution. I think Moretti come. So for me personally, and I don't watch Juventus often, and I would love to hear from Juventus fans themselves, substitutions that to me did not make any sense whatsoever. I'm not quite sure what was it. The context of the substitution didn't make any sense to me. I don't understand what Allegri was trying to achieve with those very subs. It just didn't make any sense for me. And a lot of it, really, the way they're playing right now and the style of play more than anything else, absolutely has no sense, no sense, which is why they want him out. They want him out. So the longer the game continues, the more Milan's dominance prevails, which and one of those in the end meant Vlahovic back to goal with pressure from Pobega, and Tomori himself meant he tries to put a ball across towards the middle of the pitch, which gets intercepted by him, Diaz, and absolutely goes all out at Juve's defence with Bonucci's in his way. He puts the ball one side, goes past him, and honestly, in 25 years of football, I've never seen a top defender or any defender at any level defend it in the way Bonucci tried to do so in that moment. Maybe because he was the last man, he let him go by. I don't know, man. In my instinct tells me he should have just taken him out. Take one for the team. If it meant going off, go off. But you don't let a player go past, or you try to jock with him. To actually stand square and not do either, for me, honestly, it beggars belief, honestly, beggars belief. Anyway, Diaz goes through on goal. The best attempt came from Milik. Yeah, Milik. It came from Milik, where he slides across, tried to take him out. Bremer does his best to get in there, to get there too, but Brahim's faster than both. Slots it in the back of the net, past the arms of Szczesny, meaning it goes 2-0. And by that point, honestly, it looked like it could have gone. It could have been more goals for Milan. Listen, there was refereeing decisions at vital points where it could debate. Like I said earlier on, Cuadrado free kick could have been given, probably should have been given. But there was a couple of incidents where Vlahovic, even though he had his arms around his back, reached out with his elbow. Could have been a penalty there. And there was another shot on goal which was blocked by Bremer's hand, albeit it was also touched a little bit. It does stop the shot going on goal with his hand. That could have also been, which wasn't given. Neither the two penalties were given, or alleged penalties were given, and the foul against Cuadrado wasn't given either. It didn't. What I'm trying to say, if we attach ourselves to these incidents, you will never grow. The bottom line is, if you look at the context of the match from beginning to end, apart from that 15-20 minutes that I spoke about, after that, it was all Milan. Let me know your thoughts, guys, on that one, on the game itself, and how you saw Milan-Juve. Also, Napoli winning 4-1 away to Cremonese, struggling Cremonese, who to me look like real favourites to go back down, but doesn't stop Napoli's flying at the moment at the top of Serie A. Atalanta Udinese, which is another big game, ended up in a 2-2 draw. The Serie A is looking very, very lively. It looks like in the end it will be, at least as Inter winning as well, but way off in the league, as is Juve. But not points-wise. Points-wise, they're all within reach of each other, but how they're playing, Napoli and Milan, I feel, compared to everyone else that's kind of following, have another gear in them. It's going to be a super duper Serie A this year. One that, honestly, it's so widely open. Who will take it? It's too early to say. But the champions are there to be beat. The champions are there. Napoli want to win their first title since probably 1990, so it's been a long time coming. Will they hold off, or will they always do what they always do in the end and drop off? It's very, very interesting, guys. I'll be looking to hear what you guys think of it. Put it in the comments below. like I said, brand new, not YouTube channel, but it's going to be brand new content coming through. I will do as much as much reports on the Milan games as I possibly can, and keep you up to date with all the Serie A ongoings. Let me know what you thought of this video. Like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. 62 at the moment I have in there. Let's keep this channel going. And as always, forever always, it's Forza Milan.